Gary Miller. I live at 462 Thrush Avenue, which is the Madison Street Arbor Meadows subdivision. The back of my house is on 400 South Boise. And I want to read an email to you that I got from Dave DeBerry. I think he's with the Streets Department on December the 3rd. And I'll circle back around to this in just a few seconds, but he had one of his inspectors look at the 400 block area of South Boise on the 17th of November, and he agrees it's in poor condition from Chickadee north for about 200 feet. We have lived in this subdivision for almost 13 years. Next month will be 13 years. And there is supposed to be an off-ramp off of Boise and an on-ramp onto South Boise from that neighborhood. That's still dirt, still undeveloped. I can't remember who was the city manager before you, Bill, but we had several meetings with him, and I even had seen some of the plans for this development. There's several trees that they're going to plant in there. Looks great. We've lived in this home for almost 13 years, and it's still dirt and it's still undeveloped, and that road is completely falling apart. Here's my concern. If you take money away from what is supposed to be for the development of streets and sewers and those kind of things, how much longer is it going to be before 400 South Boise gets developed like it was supposed to be developed in the original development plan? I ask you to reconsider this situation for Sprouts. I'm not pro-Sprouts. I'm not anti-Sprouts. I'm not pro-neighborhood in that area. I'm not anti-neighborhood. But I am pro-Loveland, and I'm really concerned with a road that is continuing to fall apart back there, how much worse it's going to get when money is taken away and you can't fix it because now you don't even have the money to do it because you've given away 2.2 or 2.3 million, whatever the figure is. So please reconsider this. Please reconsider this. Be pro-Loveland, okay? Thanks, guys.
I have a question,
Sure.
Mr. Miller.
Yeah.
Can you explain to me a little more clear where you're talking about on South Boise?
Yeah, it's the 400 block of South Boise.
Are you south of Winona School there?
Yeah, we are. And that's another concern, too.
Well, on which side of the street?
We are on the west side of
West
Boise.
side. So just south of Winona, on the west side
Yeah,
is where that...
there's Winona, there's the condos that are in there,
Yeah.
and then there's our subdivision.
So you're just south of that subdivision.
Right.
Great, thank you.
Another thing, I'm glad that you brought that up, Dave, with the situation at Winona. That's another concern, why we want to get that developed and get that. I know that you guys put a permanent radar situation there. A child is going to get killed because of the speed at which people travel over there. So I think that's another reason why you should consider taking that money and leaving it there so you can get these things developed like they should be developed for the safety of our citizens, our kids.
I have a question. Why did city staff tell you it hasn't been done?
They've never told us why it hasn't been done. It's just not done. It's dirt. There's an obvious, I've seen the plans, there's an off-ramp on South Boise going into Chickadee, and then there's an on-ramp going on to South Boise, right above the irrigation ditch there.
Chickadee.
It's a completely different issue, and I don't think we should get bogged, but I would like to ask follow up on that from the city.
All right.
Thank
Okay,
you.
we'll look into that.
Okay, thank you, guys.
Thank you.